evolution of the industry has changed to where record keeping is tremendously more important.
Made a new rule and everybody had to start keeping records.
Everything's documented.
This is John Cooper with Results Washington, and he's going to talk about a few things that the state of Washington is doing with Lean.
Thank you. A lot of people might be asking, what is Results Washington? I'll give you a brief overview just to give you a little idea about what we're talking about. So Results Washington is basically the vision and the strategic framework by which we're implementing a Lean program in Washington state government. And it's built on 5 pillars, which is education, economy, environment, health and safety, and then transparency in government. So at the heart of it, it's really about some of the stuff that you talked about earlier today, which is metrics and understanding the data and understanding really what we're talking about and having a good scientific process that we to arrive at our goals and our targets. And then we're constantly improving those with the use of lean thinking and tools and expert partnerships. And then what I think government has failed to do in most cases in the past, which is engaging the stakeholders, the people around here when it comes to agriculture, and engaging the partners and the customers that are actually the people we should be serving, not just serving the nature of the regulation, right? So that's kind of the core components of the Results Washington model. So I could bore you with all that stuff all day long, but I'll just tell you what Lean has actually done for state government to this point, because it's actually achieving some things. So one of the things that we've done is at the community colleges of Spokane is they implemented a Lean program, a Kaizen event to Angels, what he was talking about earlier. And what they found through that is they were able to eliminate 2/3 of the steps that they put people through in actually getting in and getting into a classroom. So they avoided a massive amount of work for the students and the parents, and I remember going through this while it's been a while. I remember going through this process and thinking how hard it was, and they've been able to minimize some of those things by actually doing a Lean program. So this is with the Labor and Industries, and so they reduced time to complete audit appeals from 441 days to 66 days. Now, it probably still isn't good at 66 days, but we're getting better, and we're improving upon it, and we're moving toward a target condition that makes sense to our customers. This saved roughly $1.7 million in interest because statutorily required interest is drawn while you go through the appellate process with Labor and Industries. So they saved $1.7 million for the customers or the employers who are going through this process. And this is the Department of Revenue. So believe it or not, their goal is to, if someone calls into the Department of Revenue, is actually answer the call within 1 minute. They do that 65% of the time. They implemented a Lean program, and they were able to do it 76% of the time. The interesting thing about this is that with the 65%, that represents 33,000 calls. With the 76%, this represents 45,000 calls. This is the exact same staff level for both numbers. We didn't just throw money at it, throw people at it. They improved the process, made it more efficient, and were able to actually achieve better results with a higher volume of calls. So a few things that I just wanted to kind of bring it back to that we're working on and trying to apply these Lean principles to some of the things that are actually important to this group of people is that agriculture is one of the key sectors that we're focusing on, and we're trying to apply the PDCA cycle and that continuous improvement cycle to regulation, to processes, to anything that we're involved with related to the agricultural sector. And it's one of 7 key sectors, I believe, at this point that we're kind of focusing our energy around and trying to improve the regulatory environment and just generating any efficiencies we possibly can. And then I think one that might be near and dear to many people is make as much water available as possible in the near term. So this is 423,000 acre feet of water available for agriculture by 2020. And again, we're trying to apply Lean principles to this and thinking to improve the way we deliver water to our customers. So that is what I have in Results Washington. If you'd like any additional information, I put some stuff out there if you want to dive into it a little bit. Thank you. The handouts basically just break down the whole strategic framework and kind of go over the different goals. So if you'd like to review that, thank you.